All right, everybody. So we've got we're going to do this a little bit different. We've got Kaya here from the official podcast. Hello, Kaya.
Hi. Thanks for
Hi.
having me on at this early hour. I assume both of you have your cups of Metamucil by your sides.
Oh, we're jumping right into the old jokes. That's fucking great.
What the fuck is Metamucil?
So I got you fucking asshole. So those of you that normally listen to our show don't know what the official podcast is. They're the ones that Kaya's the one that gave out our phone number for their hundreds of thousands of 12-year-olds that listen to their fucking show has been calling, leaving us voicemails, and it's actually been a pretty good bump for us. I don't even know.
We're so desperate for the attention. We're fucking playing voicemails from 12-year-olds.
I don't even know. Is a bump a right word?
A little boost, yeah.
Boost, boop, bump.
It's like we had a rocket up our ass. that's what it is.
All right.
Anyway,
I forgot to ask you guys at the beginning, but I assume I'm supposed to record my own audio here.
Fuck it. Who cares?
Oh fuck! I forgot to record mine too. So fuck it. We'll just pull it from YouTube or something.
Don't pull back the curtain, Kaya. Fuck.
I know you guys never break the fourth wall.
Nope.
So I want to respond to what you said. What time is it there?
It's 4 p.m. for me, but it's 10 a.m. for most of your audience right now. 10 a.m.
So you're complaining about waking up at 4 p.m.?
Wait a minute. How
I'm
do you
not complaining
know?
about me, you dumb. Listen, you got to know your audience. Most
we
people
don't have one
right now.
What makes you think that most of our audience is on the East Coast? You know that there's more than one time zone in the United States, right?
Yeah, but I also know that the only people tuning into you right now are my fans.
Get the fuck out of here with that
bullshit. This is going to be rough.
Just you wait.
Oh, boy.
So did you come on here to I guess I need to know this. Did you come on here to attack us, or did you come in to just have fun? Or both. Have fun attacking us.
Yeah, I mean, can you separate the two?
No.
I think our senses of humor are very, alike. Making fun of people, bantering. It's called banter. It's not attacking or making fun of. It's called, when I talk to my good buddies who aren't little pussies and who don't get offended at fat jokes, we call it banter.
So when I do it, it's bantering. When somebody does it to me, it's an attack.
Right.
All right, so this is great. I'm not going to be able to keep up with the comments, but those of you that keep a track at home, it appears it's 49 people calling me fat. And so far, nobody has talked about Anthony's mom being a whore. And so this leads me to something that I had to do last night, and I thought it'd be funny to bring it up here. So we've been doing some voicemail episodes, and
yeah.
One of the things that we have is
pants on. Jeez.
No.
Fair enough.
So we've got these things.
Lucky I put my shirt on.
We've got these things we've been offering to give away, Flatus flutes. They're butt plugs that whistle when you fart. So I got a message last night from somebody who said, "Hey, I want a butt plug. Please send it to me." I won, not want. Won.
Oh, I won.
Yeah. I had to ID somebody before I can send them a butt plug. That's something that I've never thought I would have to do. I had to have. I'm not going to jail for sending some fucking 14-year-old boy a butt plug. How's that going to look on my resume?
Really, really good.
How old was the person?
Turns out they were about 20.
Is it illegal to send a kid a butt plug?
I'm not gonna fucking find out. I know that. How would I explain that?
To who?
I guess whoever's going to be making my bail.
Chris Hansen. It's always
whenever
they walk into the bait house, they go, "Oh shucks, oh no, I know who you are." And then Chris Hansen asks them like, "What? Okay, so you have a little duffel bag with a double donger dildo, lube, rope, razors, and some chloroform. Would you like to explain yourself? And you just, I like protection.
No, so I wanted to show them all the things that they need to be worried about.
Doesn't it always seem when they got caught, didn't it still seem like in their head they still thought they had a chance? Like, so is the kid here still? I always got that feeling, like they just didn't quite get it,
Yeah, because initially they always end up thinking that Chris is the dad in the family or something.
Yes.
So they go, I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm taking her out to the movies if that's okay. Where's Ashley? She told me she was 18.
All right.
Way to hide half my webcam, by the way.
We're putting up the important stuff here.
No, that's okay.
There we go. Is that better?
All right, I interrupted you way too many times. It's your show.
Is it though?
It's not your voicemail anymore, but
No.
I still have the audio.
Yeah, I've disconnected that number. Don't call anymore. All right. So we put up. First off, I guess we wanted to talk a little bit about. So behind the scenes, me and Anthony and Kaya, I would say we communicate regularly. With the success of Kaya's show, we decided it'd be a good idea to try to emulate that. So we've been asking Kaya for some advice.
And so far, it's been going great, right? We've listened to everything you said, pretty much. Right?
Kaya's been very forthcoming with advice on the things that we can do to at least get some exposure. I mean, our show is our show, so he can't guarantee success, but he can guarantee exposure. Now, Kaya's got a different view of what's been going on.
So I think you, Doug, you're like the drowning man trying to swim to the shore, with the only problem being you have a ball and chain on your leg. And that ball and chain is called Anthony, right?
I thought you just meant like I was all bloated, like the Chris Farley death photo.
This sounds like an attack on me.
Yeah, so I've been binging you guys.
He said, yeah.
Almost every fucking episode is Anthony going on some sort of a rant about how he hates advertisers and advertising, and that just sucks, man. I just want to do nothing and get paid by
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know who.
I don't know what the problem is here. Yes.
So back when Doug's house got swept away in a flood or whatever, you spent 3 episodes with guest hosts, and every single time it devolved into you talking about how you don't want to make money. So I don't know how you can make money with that attitude.
What are you trying to say here?
Well, I don't know how you think you are gonna make money. I'm sure subscribers, right, on Patreon, but you don't care about that either.
Who said I don't care about that? That's all I care about.
You titled your episodes "Go Fuck Yourself.mp3."
Right. What's wrong
Now,
with that?
That was a nod to you, and you know it. That wasn't anything other than that.
And on top of that, I had nothing to do with it. So you're blaming me for shit that I don't have nothing to do with.
No, okay. I blame you for. I'm just gonna blame you for everything this episode. I think that would be funny.
Yeah,
including Doug's weight. Maybe he's just eating out of frustration. You know?
I understand that.
No, so at some point you said you started because you saw the last podcast on the left, that shitty show, and you saw their Patreon and they're making a lot of money or whatever, and you made the excuse that you can't put as much effort into your show because you have a real job.
No, wait. I might have said that I can't, but what I mean is that I won't.
Right. That's my point as well. You won't.
Yeah.
Way to stand your ground, Anthony.
I don't want you to confuse anything here.
Well, it just what was I gonna say?
I don't remember.
Me neither. Hey, I lost my train of thought there. So yeah, no, you guys already spent a lot of time on this podcast. You talked to you kind of a cute couple. Like if I was you guys' one of your dads, I think you were just gay at this point, kind of.
My wife thinks I'm gay. She says it all the time. You're gonna call your boyfriend?
There might be other problems there. but you already spend a lot of time on this podcast talking for like 6 hours behind the scenes and then editing it down to an hour that you release of you two bickering. But
what the fuck are you talking about?
No, that's not true. Don't spread misinformation.
No, neither one of us has edited anything on this show for a very long time.
Okay, but you talk more behind the scenes then. Anyway, point is, you spend a lot of time on Skype or whatever the software is with the duck, talking to one another. So you have time invested in this. Why not invest it a little more wisely instead of saying you don't have time?
So it's not about, you're missing the point. To me, I don't know how Doug feels. I have zero interest in selling boner pills and mattresses. I don't.
Soft and squishy.
Yeah, always with the Casper mattress joke. First of all,
it's not
get
a joke.
Over yourself. Even if you did accept advertisers, Casper isn't lining up to advertise with you right now. You would have a difficult time anyway.
Do you not understand that I use that as like a stand-in for whatever fucking? I don't want to sell. I'm not a fucking salesman.
Right.
I'm not a salesman.
It's a lot of good money.
Here's what I think, and I said this before. So yeah, we don't want to take what our normal content is, which is trying to just talking about anything and trying to make each other laugh, and we don't want to give away any of that for profit. But I think what it is it's safe to say we don't want big advertisers, because just like you said, there's no big advertisers knocking on our door. So we can get in front of it by saying, well, we wouldn't take them even if they came, knowing full well if somebody was to come and say, hey, we'll pay you $6,000 to say you sleep on a Casper mattress. Guess what? This is coming down and Casper logo is going up right behind me.
That's what I'm saying. This is like a sour grapes attitude where you go, I wouldn't want it anyway. But look, advertising doesn't have to be that intrusive. What, your show is like 60 minutes. Let's say you do one spot. That's 60 seconds. That's how?
We went over this like a million times. If the whole economy is fucking run by advertisers, the whole podcast economy is run by advertising, then that just waters down the whole fucking thing. Do you not understand that?
Do you really want
that's why radio sucks. Do you not understand?
Do you really want Big Mattress coming in and taking over podcasting?
Right.
So it waters down what integrity do you have that you don't want to touch?
Me personally, none. But there's other podcasters that have integrity. I'm standing up for them.
No, they don't. And no, there aren't. But look, you taking money to advertise. You seem to think advertising in itself is just an evil thing.
Yes.
Why?
Because what's the fucking point of it? It's to convince idiots to buy things they don't need. Yeah, that's bad.
To make people aware of items that are out there.
That's so fucking stupid.
What?
Right. So, see, when Doug asked me if I was gonna tweet the link to this, that's advertising.
That's advertising.
That's to let people know, here's this thing, and you can check it out over here.
Yeah.
Which just leads to, here is this thing, and you can check that out over there.
So
see, that is advertising.
It's not, though. I mean, it is, but it's not. So if you want to donate money because you like what we do, that is completely different than me trying to tell you that I sleep on a Casper mattress and you should too. That's fucking stupid.
Why?
You can't say that they're the same, because they're not. If somebody wants to donate money because they enjoy what we do and they want to help support us, awesome. That's great. If somebody wants me to tell them what mattress they should sleep on, go fuck yourself. I don't care what mattress you sleep on.
Right. It just sounds like you can't imagine a world where you just have fun with advertising.
No, because it's not fun. I want to have fun, not sell mattresses. Would it be better if I changed the joke from mattresses to boner pills? I don't want to sell boner pills.
Do I have to go for the low-hanging fruit here?
Yes.
You have a butt plug right in front of you. Wouldn't it have been much nicer for you if you got also paid for that ad?
No. I mean,
why?
Well, because I'm having
as you're in right
it.
now, except Flatus Flutes also said for every butt plug you give away, we're gonna give you $1,000.
If you're talking $1,000, I mean,
everybody's got their price.
Yeah, I mean, come on. So you're missing the point. The point is that I want to have fun with it, and as soon as we let somebody in the door and they say, well, we didn't really like this skit, and we don't really like that you talked about. We can say whatever we want about Flatus Flutes right now. anything. There's no like, don't say this, don't say that. As soon as we start taking money, then we lose control of something that we don't really have control of in the first place.
Kai, I think it was on WATP you were talking about you guys or podcasters in general get paid more to do live reads.
Yeah.
And then I think the episode that you guys were talking about, I think it was Misfits. They fucked up their live read, and then you went back and checked, and that was pulled and all that.
Yeah.
Has anything ever happened similar like that to you guys, where you guys do a live read and then the advertiser reaches out to you and says, "Hey, I didn't really like that. Can you pull that, or can you change the way you're talking about us?"
Yeah, several times. Sure. We've been doing this for the show's been going on for almost 2.5 years, I think. We've had advertisers for 2 years. So yeah, multiple times. I mean,
Blue you know how many times that's happened to us?
Well, because we don't have any, Anthony.
You know how many times somebody's called and told us to change our show? None.
Bullshit.
It's not changing the show. It's changing the ad. None of them come to us and say, "Hey, you know this bits you did 30 minutes after our ad? You can't say that." Nobody has ever said that. All they ever do is they come in and they say, "Hey, during our ad read that you were doing, could you please not imply that Casper Mattress is only good to fuck porn stars?" or something like that. Which is whatever. It's not
okay, but now hold on. But doesn't one thing lead to the other? Don't you have a situation where so you have 3 other co-hosts? Let's say that you have a bit that you want to do, and you crowbar it into the show. If they think that it's going to cost them money, they'll cut that out, right? Or if it's not going to generate anything, they'll cut that out.
Yeah, same as you guys. I assume if Doug or if Anthony here used your real name and called you a child molester, you take that out.
Doug, you're a child molester.
That's like episode 7.
That's staying in. Huh?
You know that you've listened to. So in all reality, you enjoy our show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think
that was painful.
and I think it's because you said that our senses of humor line up, as well as it's not. What was it? You described us in a way that I thought is what we were looking for. And we don't laugh at each other's jokes if we don't think it's funny. If one of us says something stupid, the other one calls us on it. All that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to get to a point where we can't talk about like these stories that we're going to talk about, or the a good example is the last story that we pulled on our last Patreon, the child rape and murder. It went bad.
I don't remember anymore.
Yeah, that's because it was very cringeworthy.
They're all bad.
Yeah. Anyway, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
So, anyways, can you imagine us doing a live read for any product?
Yeah, a lot of products don't care, man.
All right, that we'll take them. We'll take all.
That's what I'm saying. Pick and choose. If somebody comes up to you, you just ask them, "Hey, we're kind of potty mouths. Is that cool?"
Potty mouth.
Your audience really is 12.
You use the euphemisms. I mean, you can't just walk up to the representative and say "fuck you, faggot" in an email if
then
they're
I'm out.
offering you money.
I don't understand what you don't understand. Yeah, I think I do understand.
Hey,
where
faggot,
the disconnect is here.
We're going to talk shit about your product, and you're going to pay us.
The disconnect here is that your podcast is your job, so that's your income. I have a job. This isn't my job.
Right, and you already sell your soul at your job. You sell your time for money, and you keep your mouth shut so you don't get fired. Why not, if you're going to do that anyway? So that already establishes that you're a slut, that you're a whore, that you're a prostitute for somebody else's cause, right? I assume you're producing some product that you don't really want to buy yourself or really give a shit about, but you do it before the money. So why not replace that with podcasting, where you get to do the same thing except just 1 hour a week?
Kaya, you talked way too long. You knew he had no response for you. You should have just let him start talking. Now you've given him time to think.
It didn't matter. I got nothing. That hurt my feelings.
You fucking shill.
Yeah, I don't have a response to that except for "fuck you." So I have to do okay. I have to go to work to pay for my bills, support my family, all that shit. This podcast, I don't have to do that. I choose to do this and have fun with it. I don't want to have the extra pressure of having to do what I like for fun mixed with what I have to do for business. It's just not fun for me.
Okay, that's fair. But see, you can just, if you did this as a job podcasting, you'd have to work like an hour a week. You can take the rest of the week off and do whatever the hell you want. If you want, you can switch it around. You could go to your old job, whatever fucking factory assembly line you work at, go in there and just do it for fun and just yell at your boss and call him a cunt.
Would you find it at all ironic if you found out both Anthony and I worked at mattress factories?
And it would explain some of the resentment. Just, I'm so sick of putting the fucking springs into this.
Why don't anybody order a fucking pillow top anymore? These fucking springs are a pain on my fingers. Whatever. I don't want to talk about this anymore. This is stupid. Anthony, you know, I just said I don't want to talk about it, and I'm going to lead right back down that.
I don't care. I want to talk about it because it pisses me off. We need to change the whole fucking scene. Change everything. You should be making most of your money from people that like your show and give you money, not from advertisers. That's my point. The whole awesome. The idea that we have to run podcasts the way they ran radio sucks. Radio sucks. So why not make it different and better? That's my point. Why not do what you want to do instead of what the advertisers want you to do? Fuck that.
Okay, stop. So this is easy. We can do whatever the fuck we want, and we don't have to take any advertisers or do anything we don't want to do. But if we want to transition into a money-making opportunity, then there's some things you have to do. So
yes.
And we asked Kaya, how can we make money? And Kaya said, here's the answer to your question. And then we said, that's fucking stupid. That ain't going to work. That's not what we're about. Meanwhile, Kaya's making a living doing what we asked him to do, and then we're shitting on it. It's fucking stupid. The whole thing's stupid.
There's also the thing, no matter how, you seem to think that if you make all of your money only from subscribers or people who really enjoy your show, it's suddenly not gonna be work. No, it's still work. If overnight your Patreon shot up to $50,000 a month, you're gonna be walking on eggshells, just like everybody else. Just like the last podcast on the left, you're gonna be worried about losing every single one of them.
You think?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Have you seen the way that we interact with our Patreon people?
Yeah, you interact with your Patreon. You make like what, $7.50 right now?
Yeah, that's $7.50 more than we made before.
Not 50,000 though. Is my camera stuck?
Yeah, it's frozen.
Yeah, something's all fucking laggy.
I'll leave and come back.
All right.
That joke fell flat. Fucking Steakums. That was a good one too.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, I want to attack what he just said.
All right. Well, he's not here.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I don't think we're at a crossroads here because I was saying we're at a crossroads here, Kaya, because I mean this is obviously your living. So if you were trying to tell me that I should just tell my boss to fuck off or do whatever that would endanger my living, I wouldn't be willing to make that change either. So I understand you got to defend what, you're living. I get it.
So here's the example that I want to use.
What? Awesome.
I don't know what you get about me not. Yeah, it's my living. I'm saying all I'm saying is you already sell your time doing shit you don't want to do. Why not minimize that time down to an hour a week instead of however your 9-to-5 job?
Yeah, I don't have an answer for that. I don't have an answer for that.
But there you go.
So I wasn't going to put up any comments, but if it looks like it's going to generate some money, Kaya, take your fucking shirt off.
How many viewers do you have right now?
Does it matter?
Just that one.
Just that one that wants to see you without a shirt on, buddy.
I won't do it unless there's like 100 people watching. Get it to 100 and I'll take them off.
No, I don't. Does this make me your pimp?
Yes.
I'm good with that, I guess.
Sure, why not?
No, it's me stripping for charity.
You know what I don't want to run into is so it was like 3 weeks or a month ago. You came on the show at the end of the episode, and then we ended up having a long discussion. And you remember you kept asking me, "Is this being recorded?" And
yeah,
right, okay. And then
they keep asking every minute.
It was like every 3
minutes.
minutes.
Sound like one of them To Catch a Predator people. Is this recorded? Is this live? Is this on the news?
Is my wife going to see this? So that's what I don't want to get into is you were able to talk then. We were having a conversation about buying dildos or sex toys for kids, you know, when they're going through sex ed or whatever the fuck it was. But anyway, you didn't feel comfortable with that being out there in the universe because of how openly you were talking.
Well, it wasn't just that. I was also, shirtless and drunk. Yeah.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? Shirtless and drunk is the best way to go through life. Man.
So were you okay with the audio being shared and not the video?
I don't remember. I just told you I was drunk. See, your problem is, there's a lot of... okay, so I see your point. Here's the counterpoint. Not the counterpoint, but the explanation. There are too many people on the internet who don't get obvious jokes, right? And even when you're not joking, they take things that you might even be joking about too serious, where they think, oh, wow, this is real. This is serious. There's some beef between him and this person or that person on the internet. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be the most obvious joke.
Right. I
remember the Misfits you brought up?
Yeah.
I have this running gag on our show where I pull clips from them and I pretend like they're ripping us off.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not, I pull clips from TV shows to make fun of them or something like that. I turn it into a joke, and yet, despite that, there's still a group of people who believe that I mean it. That I'm genuinely upset that some show that is, I think, bigger than us ripping us off. That trains you over the course of 2 years that we've been doing this. It trains you to, oh Jesus, can I do that joke? How many people will take it too seriously? Right?
So is that because of? So it does need to be said that you don't live in the United States. You live in a different country. So is that part of it? Does it have to do with your income, or does it have to do with not getting the laws in the country that you're living? Because that's two totally different things.
No, the law's not. I mean, there are certain jokes I avoid, not because of Germany, but because of Turkey. I think I told you guys about that.
Yeah, that makes sense. But so he's trying to get to the point, I guess, is are you not saying things purposely because you will lose income over it?
Or you just don't want the hate.
That's the conclusion of it all. It's not just all about income. I just don't want a bunch of people who missed the joke. The joke went over their head for some reason, taking shit seriously. I mean, you see this on Twitter every day in the news, right? Somebody gets taken out of context just because some person doesn't like, a Democrat doesn't like a Republican doesn't like a Democrat, so they just clip a segment of that video and they put it up there. And
that's human nature, though. I mean, they're going to do that anyways. You did that to us, where we were begging for voicemails.
You can play it off as a joke now, right? But
yeah, it was. We weren't begging for voicemails.
Right. But so then there's still some topics I want to avoid, even if it is a joke. I don't want to give people a clip of me even jokingly being racist, for example.
Yeah, me neither.
Because
I don't think
maybe you're right. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should commit to the thing. I mean, it's not like I have anything to lose at this point. I'm barred from ever holding political office, right? It's never gonna work for me anymore. A real job. I don't know. No, I don't like the fact that I can't. Okay, I'm a big freedom kind of person. I don't like the idea that I'm barred from some options.
See, and that's
just because I said fucked up shit.
Usually, you say I'm a big freedom type of person, but freedom and advertising don't go together in my mind. That's where we're
not going back to that.
Damn it!
Fuck.
I'm gonna try and bring it back to
advertise. QED dipshit.
QED.
Quality erectile dysfunction.
Oh, perfect.
That's why we sell the pills.
All right. Fuck. To be honest, you've confused me more than normal. You are a big freedom person. I gotta get these fucking comments off here. They're distracting. You are a big freedom person, and you enjoy our sense of humor because we say fucked up shit.
Yes,
but you're not willing to. I think, your quote or close to it was, "You enjoy our show because we don't care if we look stupid. If we'll go for the laugh instead."
Right.
Yeah. But you won't do that. You won't say something fucked up to get the laugh if you think it's going to reflect poorly on you in the future.
Kaya, everything I say reflects poorly on me, just so you know.
Yeah, but the difference between me and you is people know who I am. You're anonymous. That's the difference, right? You can still apply for any job you want. What? Yeah, Billy Joe Badass.
Billy Joe Badass right here.
You can apply to any job you want. Nobody's gonna Google your name and find the Who's Right podcast.
Yeah, that is very true. But
so there's
that's the thing. That nobody's gonna care that it was a joke. People are such joyless, deprived and bereft for a sense of humor these days. Where I feel like if this business ever goes down a shitter for some reason, and I have to apply for any job, even if it's just being a cashier, they're gonna Google my name and come across some bit about football kicking a black baby, and I'm gonna be in trouble.
What if they ask you to take your shirt off and then show them the cum poster?
Yeah, I tried looking for the photos. I can't fucking find the photos for some reason. I sent it to. I thought I could backtrace some of the private messages I've sent people over the years and find it. I've sent.
I know that reference.
I don't know if you guys know who Notch is, the guy who made Minecraft, the literal billionaire. I sent it to him at some point, hoping he would buy it for 50,000. He didn't.
He didn't.
Turns out this rich person has a good sense of what to do with his money.
Damn.
So before the podcast, what did you do? I think you told us one.
Freelance. Yeah, didn't I tell you?
Yeah, programming.
Freelance programming.
Yeah.
Sucked.
Okay, you at that point you were anonymous, correct?
I was what?
Anonymous. You didn't have a big Twitter following or.
Oh yeah. Oh,
okay.
No, nobody knew me.
And that was 2 years ago. So you can still remember where we're at now.
Right.
Okay. So we don't know what it's like to be in your shoes when, as an example, when you get on your podcast and you say, go check out Who's Right. I enjoy their shit. There is a flood of fucking people that come over and check us out. Okay. And then they leave a bunch of comments and send messages and shit that, hey, Kaya sent me. I love your show. That, tell Kaya thanks, all that bullshit. And then the very next week, if you say, these guys are fucking losers, man, they're begging for voicemails, the same fuckers will run over in a big mass of people and say, we fucking hate you. You're fat. And you're Anthony, your mom's a whore. Right. So,
right. That's what I'm saying.
But you have to understand that we can't relate to that. So I can't put myself in your headspace and say, here's what I have to look out for, because so far over 160 episodes or whatever, I have said probably 180 things that would stop me from getting a job. But like you said,
that's very conservative. Yeah. Yeah. It's a problem. It's and then you feel bad. It's not just, okay, I'm going to look bad. No, people take they don't get the fucking joke. And then you think, okay, if I say this, not only am I going to look bad, but these people are going to go harass those people and I'm going to be the asshole here, right? So, like with the Misfits, I make the joke that they ripped us off. Some people take it seriously. So I had to end up having to explain the joke, which I hate. I fucking hate having to explain jokes. Yeah. If you have to explain it, it's not funny anymore.
Yeah,
but I had to do it because I don't want even a single person going to their iTunes page or whatever and leaving them a 1-star review saying, oh, why are you ripping off the blah, blah, blah. I don't want that. That's the problem on the internet. Unfortunately, I think I would be a little more open if it wasn't a very obvious setting like a comedy stage. But even then, you can't get away with it anymore. I don't know if you guys watched George Carlin. He had a whole bit where he listed off 50-something racial slurs. Yeah. He has a whole skit about that, and nobody gave him shit at the time. And these days, you can't even, like, people, some narc in the audience will sit there with his phone recording, Louis C.K. recording, saying something offensive about millennials, and it'll get trending on Twitter, and they'll get hashtags running to have him fired from his label, or to get Kevin Hart fired from the Oscars because he made a joke 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It sucks. It sucks. Yeah. It would be better if those people didn't exist, because they're a straitjacket on the rest of mankind. They're like a doorstop on humor.
But they are, but only if you let them. I mean, we're doing what we want to do, right? I mean, we're saying the things that we want to say for the most part, right?
Yeah.
So they're not stopping us so far.
What are they going to take from you?
What is that supposed to mean?
You have nothing to lose. This one. I try not to be mean, but
you have nothing to lose. So
how is this any different than? So I know I can tell specific stories. It's actually worse for us because we both work for corporations.
Mm-hmm.
If it wouldn't be that hard for them to take a clip of what I say and send it to the Facebook page of the corporation I work at and say, you have employees that have this point of view and you support this.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
so he has something to lose. I guarantee you that. And so do I.
His real job, I mean, online right now, for what you guys, again,
you know
why?
Anonymous. Because
nobody's
going
to run
real.
facial recognition on you and dox you.
But online life isn't real, though.
We have the potential to lose our Patreon.
Yeah, have it shut down.
Yeah, shut it down.
Again, it's a thing. Yeah, you have to walk on there. There just are certain little minefields that you learn to avoid if you don't want to get hit by the cancel culture cult going around canceling everybody.
So luckily we haven't had to deal with it too much yet. So
okay.
I don't know. Maybe when we do, it'll be different.
Yeah. So we just can't relate to it, Kaya. That's one thing you have to understand is this is a hobby for us, and they could come in and completely shut down our online presence, and we're out $79 a month.
Right. Okay. I don't know. Just imagine if there was an army of people protesting in front of your job office, specifically just you, protesting you for some reason at your job. Fire Doug and Anthony, or we will never buy the mattresses you make. That's what it's like to be online. That's what it's like to make money online, and that's what it's gonna be when you guys make any significant money on Patreon, more than a Starbucks coffee's worth. You're gonna feel a little bit of pressure. That pressure is gonna build up. Everybody is a badass when they're first starting out, going, "I'm never gonna compromise. I'm always gonna be, honest and not sell my opinions." And then 2 AdSense worth of paychecks later, they're shilling shit. It's the amount of crap we have to cut from our show just because of me. It's mind blowing.
Okay, so what happens when the other 3 just say, you know what, it's just not worth it anymore, Kai? You're cutting into our money. Are you then willing to come over and be our 3rd chair?
Sure. And then over here, I'll have to deal with Anthony going, "No, Kai, we can't make money."
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
Here's what I was thinking. Okay, so you love the fact at poking us because I think we have 19 patrons or whatever, which for me, I'm happy about. That's 19 people that are paying to listen to us talk.
That's fucking phenomenal.
What I would propose is, why don't you come over and every week you are on our Patreon episode. So then all them 12-year-olds with expendable allowances will come over and they'll give us some of that. And you can just voice your opinion freely that nobody hears. And then we'll make money.
You can even do it anonymously. Nobody will recognize your voice. Don't worry.
No, it can't be anonymously. How are we going to ride his coattails anonymously? That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, that was just, damn it.
You're headhunting me like an employee.
Yes.
I think you guys really overestimate the pull I have. I'm a Z-list celebrity, E-celebrity.
If you're a Z, where does that put us? If you're a Z-list celebrity, where does that put me on the chain of celebrities?
A double D celebrity.
Uh,
All right, so we got a bunch of stories and shit that I wanted to get to.
right,
about 10 minutes into the episode, and we are now 40 minutes in on a bunch of shit that nobody gives a fuck about.
I do.
I got another hour and a half before we have to record, so take all the time you want. While you do your segue there, I am gonna go take a piss, so I'll be right
All
back.
right. What do I say to that?
He's all right.
right.
All right.
Now I gotta pull up these fucking stories.
Jesus criminy.
Go through some of the comments while we're waiting on.
Yeah, there you go. I'm sure they're all good and positive.
Oh fuck, man, they're just shitting all over us, and so having Kaya come on is good, right? Because I just enjoy talking to him.
Yeah, he's funny.
It's just kind of fucked up. People coming over and watching our show to talk shit about us or whatever. It's hard for me to. I don't fucking know. I'm so sensitive.
You realize that we're live and you're telling people where your sensitivities are, and that just makes them want to attack that even more. So we'll just cut this part out.
That'll get them away from calling me fat. Don't tell them I said that.
Oh man.
We got some what?
I was gonna say, I'll throw it out there. You guys can call me fat. Tell me, say anything you want about me. I'm not that sensitive. Leave Doug alone. Leave Doug alone.
No, I don't care. All right, Kaya, you want to? You're just gonna follow suit, I guess. Trying to think if there's anything we need to talk through before. Fuck.
All right.
What's wrong? You had articles.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull, I got to pull them up now, but because of this fucking stupid setup over here, it's all fuckety.
Oh,
can you read them?
Yeah.
Did you give me homework and not read them yourself?
I never read them. So
sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Okay.
So typically what we do is we'll read the first half of the headline, and if it sounds something like something's funny, we'll start talking about it. And that's why shit goes so sideways, because we'll realize halfway through the story, like there's nothing there. You know what? I'm just going to get into it. Bond set at $465,000 for deputy accused of filming rape of 1-year-old. Let's see where this goes.
I think I specifically said, "Hey, let's not leave that story there." I don't know that there's anything with this one.
Oh, when you said leave it there, I thought you meant like leave it on the list of shows. I'm sorry.
of things to talk about.
You know what?
Right.
Yeah. So I don't want to put Kaya in a bad spot, so we're not going to make light of.
What?
All right. Fuck it. Then we'll make light.
Fuck it. We'll make light. Fuck it.
Bond has been set for an Iberville Parish deputy arrested for allegedly filming the rape of a 1-year-old boy. Sources tell WBRZ the bond for 42-year-old Shadrick Jones, who allegedly incited the incident, is set at $465,000. Bond for Laisha. You want to take a guess at?
Nope. I was gonna let that one go.
I bet Laisha is not Turkish. The woman accused of performing the sex act is set at $435,000. So a cop videotaped a non-Turkish lady performing sex act on a 1-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, a search warrant returned of Jones' home included 2 sex toys, 33 marked and unmarked DVDs, 5 cell phones, 3 tablets, 2 laptops, and an HD TV DVR. What does any of that have to do with anything?
2 sex toys.
Well,
that's my favorite part.
No, what stands out are 5 cell phones. Nobody who has that many cell phones
is up to good.
I guarantee you, I have 5 cell phones in this room with me right now. I've never.
Why?
Every time I get a new cell phone, I just throw the other one in a drawer.
Okay, but the article makes it sound like they've been using them like burner phones.
Maybe.
Okay, so I have a case of whistling butt plugs sitting right next to me. If the cops were to come in here, they would say 2 laptops, 8 butt plugs. I've got all kinds of fucking Spuck lube laying around.
And he has 2 kids. He has a ball pit in his bedroom.
Nothing better than the spunk lube in the ball pit.
Pacifier on his nightstand. What is going on?
What's wrong with that? You don't sleep with a pacifier?
I just found a picture. It turns out that the lady's black.
Who
I didn't see that coming. All right.
You're so racist.
It's not racist to point out that somebody's black if they're black.
What if they're if they're not black? I don't understand that. What you just said.
Well, I just said
it's pretty racist if you said you're acting black.
That don't mean anything.
How do you
depending on the act it would?
No.
Can you explain to me what it means to act black?
So let's say that me and Anthony decide to play a game of pickup basketball, and we're out there, and Anthony runs up and does a slam dunk, and then dances the jig.
Last week I messed around and got a triple double. So
right, and then I say, because let's say Anthony dunks and then dances spectacularly. If I was to say, Anthony, you're acting black, that's not racist.
Spectacularly.
Kind of is.
Why?
Okay, you're using a positive connotation. What if some white guy steals a lot of liquor, malt liquor, and then somebody says, "What are you, black? Why are you stealing?"
Yeah, white people don't drink malt liquor, Kaya.
See, that's racist.
How is that racist?
No.
Do you drink malt liquor?
I'll drink anything.
So isn't racism just thinking that this is rhetorical because I know the answer. Isn't racism just thinking that your race is better than another race?
Not really. Not necessarily.
No, really, it is.
That's exactly what it is.
I said it was rhetorical.
Racism. It's simply saying the people who are racist like to think that the races are very different.
They are different.
Merely because of their race.
It's not racist to think races are different.
Cultures are different. There's nothing racist.
Cultures. We're talking about races, not cultures.
Okay.
Don't lump them in together.
It's the same thing.
What?
No.
Have you been to Mexico?
No.
Okay, so you go down there and the first thing you think when you look around, as soon as you cross the border and you see the caravan of fucking Jeeps and shit with machine guns on them, and then there's guys over here by the cactus with sombreros on, and they're the first thing you think is, wow, their culture is different. Right? Yeah. That's what I thought.
No, we're all the same.
Culture. Not race. You don't go, wow, they're different because they're brown.
Okay. So have you ever been you ever been to Chicago?
No.
So the first thing you think when you go downtown Chicago and you're scared for your life, you're thinking, we're all the same. Come on. Races are different. Come on. Nobody's saying they're better or worse. They're different. Come on.
Oh, you're not saying they're worse. You're just saying you're scared of them.
You're going to get killed by them.
Yes. Don't kill me. Yes. I different.
We're even. But
just don't kill me.
Okay. So to get back to my earlier point, would you have said any of that if that was your real name there on your webcam?
That is my real name. Come at me, bro. I don't even think I said anything that bad, did I?
Right. So
was any of that bad? Our race is different? How was that bad?
Right. You're just saying that we're all equal, but we should be separate.
Did I say anything about separate? That was you.
Different.
That was all you. Turkish Delight. That was all you. You said separate.
That's my real name.
All right.
What was the article?
That was funny shit. Fuck off. All right. Yeah. I'm going to a different article.
So my question is, why why did they get bond at all?
Why did they get
so
bond?
if he's they get bond at like $500,000, which means if those people were rich enough, they could just keep raping kids.
Yes. Do you know what bond is for? It's because you get arrested, you're innocent until you're proven guilty. The only reason you shouldn't get bond is if you are a danger. It can be proven that you're a danger or that you are going to flee. If there's no proof that they're going to flee, and if there's no proof that they're a danger, then they get bond. That's the way it works.
Right, and you don't think video of a 1-year-old being abused is proof enough to maybe say, hey, this guy's kind of dangerous. If we let him roam the neighborhoods, he's going to molest other kids. 33 DVDs tell me he shouldn't be getting bond.
Fuck, they could be all Kevin Smith films. It doesn't say what DVDs
sure. Are. He's a fucking idiot. I don't know if you read the article or not, actually, but he threw his phone. He threw one of his 27 phones into the river to get rid of the evidence, but apparently he had sent it around on Facebook, so the cops just saw it anyway. How stupid do you have to be to send evidence of your crime around
on Facebook?
On Facebook of all places. Well, were you bragging? What do you even say? How would you even send that video to anyone?
If you're going to send it around, send it on Facebook, because that is the most secure place on the internet to store your personal data.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway. I'm okay with them getting bond. That's just how the justice system works. But
yeah.
So
no, it isn't.
I'm gonna.
If there's a dangerous murderer, he doesn't get bond.
I'm gonna keep reading, and then you guys are gonna end up shutting the fuck up because we probably should have just continued with this. He was arrested and booked at West Baton Rouge Parish Prison Friday night on principle to first-degree rape, something in office, and possession of child porn charges. The Todd was arrested and booked at. Isn't that the guy from Scrubs? The Todd.
The Todd, like the toddler.
It just says the Todd was arrested and booked at Iberville Parish Prison for first-degree rape and incest. As of now, no bond had been set for either arrest.
That sounds like we threw the Tyke in prison for seducing his mom or something.
Yeah,
you should not have correct grammar.
She should have been dressed that way.
That'll be the last time you face fuck your mom, you little bastard.
So it said right there, no bond. Where did you get bond from?
I don't think we know how the justice system works. I think that's the problem.
I don't. I'm just saying shit. I have no idea how the justice system works. I just say shit.
It up there. It says the one for the fucky or whatever, the Shadrick Jones, it's $465,000, and then for the Laisha Todd, it's $435,000. It says the bond is set here, and then 6 paragraphs down, it says the bond hasn't been set.
I don't think that's how the justice system works. I think that's how journalism works. We don't know how journalism works.
Yeah, I mean, some of the articles you sent were fucking terribly written, but again, if there is a bond, terrible idea, just fucking kill him.
Yeah, come on, guy.
No.
Kill who?
The kid?
The abusers.
That'll stop them from abusing him again. We kill the kid.
I just don't get it. Like, these people are the perfect targets for, small-dicked cops to take all their rage out on, right? Because you sent me another bunch of articles where it's a bunch of cops just going on a power trip, pointing their guns at mothers holding their babies.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of doing that, go harass these people. Go harass a bunch of fucking pedophiles. Break into their homes and surround them with their cop cars and shoot them unarmed.
Alleged pedophiles.
Yeah, alleged on video.
Wait a minute, are you talking? I thought you were talking about me and Anthony. You're talking about the people in the story.
Okay.
Oh God.
All right. Oh, I'm gonna see if I can pull that up. Fuck. Not forget it.
Never mind.
Not the evidence.
Moving on.
I'm gonna see if I can pull this evidence up over here.
Cop rape. We did that, right?
Mm-hmm. We did that.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Should I play the video first or what? Or just read the story and then
that video's like pretty long.
Yeah, it's way too long. It's a typical story. Are you talking about the one you sent or the one I sent? Because
I
both
don't know.
Kind of the same shit.
I don't fucking
know.
So
somebody put a video up about the the police got fired, the cop got fired or something like that, right? Or fined. And then I added the video of the actual incident. Because I had literally just seen it on Twitter like 2 minutes before you sent the clip, the article. I guess the 4-year-old was stealing a doll or something, and the cop about killed everybody. mowed down the whole fucking place.
So
you guys talk.
You suck at explaining clips.
Oh yeah, well, duh. I think you should know that by now. I suck at pretty much everything. In all honesty, I have no business podcasting, right?
No.
Right. And then you're trying to tell me how to make money at it. The advice that you should be giving me is
to
stop podcasting.
Kaya, can you I've got like 30 minutes of work to try to pull this fucking video up on this stupid fucking system.
Oh boy.
So can you keep it going for a second and just give a brief explanation when I try to get to the video?
Why are you asking him? Why don't you ask me?
Yeah,
because you didn't even read the fucking article, Anthony.
Oh, shit.
All right, so no, it's just a black family who apparently walked out of Walmart, and as they were walking out, their little daughter was caught with a doll that she took without paying for it. The family is black. They go into their cars. Cops pull up, start screeching at them, yelling at them, get out the car. How fucking dare you? When I tell you to put up your hands, you put up your hands, you fucking bitch, get out the fucking car. And it's like 3 cops yelling at these people.
That I'll shoot you if you don't, whatever. He basically said, I'll shoot you, right?
Yeah, to the mom who's holding a baby, telling her, put your fucking hands up. And she's replying, I'm holding a baby, dude. I can't just fucking put my hands up. Toss it like a basketball or something. I can't just put it let it drop. And so he's yelling. Okay, fake me out there. What are you doing, Doc?
I told you, man. This is fuckity.
Get out the fucking car right now.
Fuck off.
Sad music.
I don't see anything wrong with this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I promise you that little girl will not ever shoplift ever again.
She won't ever have to because they're suing for $10 million.
Yeah, well, she's
She's
good.
gonna have
Good, right?
butlers.
Do you really
have
think
butlers to shoplift for her?
Yeah.
Do you really think this?
That girl just shoplifted $10 million for her family.
You're gonna fucking get shot. Get your fucking hands up.
Jesus Christ. Fucking pig
Get out
yelling.
the fucking car. Get out the fucking car right now. Yeah,
He's like
get
taking
out
cover
now.
behind the column, like he's
Get
gonna
out the
fire
fucking
back.
car.
The lady's gonna throw her baby at you.
It's a fucking mom. It's not Neo from the Matrix. You fucking retard.
I'm
Yeah.
coordinate.
He's like holding his gun sideways. He's all gangsta.
Put your hands up. Hands up.
Okay, how fucked up? So there's so many jokes to be had here, but how fucked up do you have to be in a situation where you are supposed to be to protect and serve, where you find yourself pointing a gun at a toddler holding a dollar? Like you would have thought the cops should just walk up and say, look, okay, apparently you guys got it pretty bad. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the store and pay the dollar. Try to
doll, yeah.
Instill in your kids that there's a good chance that if they do this again, we're all going to come back and shoot the entire fucking family. But this time we're going to let it go.
Yeah.
You could have just been calm about it, even if you didn't want to be nice about it and just enforce the fucking law to the letter. You could have just said, "Listen, we were told you don't have a receipt for this. Did you pay for it, ma'am?" And if she says no, she just starts driving off. You can just tell her, "Listen, I got your license plate.
Yeah,
you can't just escape this issue. You got to pay the fucking dollar, not pull out your gun."
Yeah, the whole situation none of that required a gun anywhere in there.
Just looking for an excuse. I fucking hate those hippie douchebags who are like, oh, fuck the police, fuck the pigs. I know it's just a few bad apples, but goddamn, do they make the bunch look bad, man? When they just pull out their Glocks and point them at women and children because some guy, because they stole an apple or a doll or something.
It certainly appears to be more than just a couple bad apples in the bunch. That's
too many.
That's the fucking problem.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to smear the whole police force. It just, when the video of this
Fuck it, smear 'em.
things just come out, it's the video is only out because it is so bad. It is just a few bad fuckers, but god damn, holy shit. Two of them. It wasn't just that guy. He had his colleague there too, his little cop buddy, yelling at the father too, having him lie down on the ground, yelling, "Put down the baby," as if the baby was a grenade that's gonna explode. And
so, okay, let's go back. Why do you hate the hippies that say "fuck the cops" and all that? What
are you, fucking children? Little baby.
No, I'm asking. I wasn't defending. I was asking.
No, not you.
And by the way, are you fucking children? That's important.
Are they? I mean, who knows? The fucking college protesters or the pride paraders who say no cops at our parade, blah blah blah. But then the moment they get anything thrown at them, like a drink, they yell for the cops. And listen, most of them aren't bad, but holy shit, the ones who aren't bad need to sneak into the locker rooms of the ones who are and just beat the shit out of them. Like, those two guys deserve to have the shit beat out of them for that.
So I wanted to go back, and I think I wanted to play the rest of this. I think it ends up being more than just two, doesn't it?
I thought there was like 4 or 5.
I think the entire battalion ends up there.
Battalion.
But that's the other video. I don't know if you watch that one.
Maybe I'm confusing a couple different videos here.
When I tell you to do something, you fucking do it. I'm sorry. I'm not.
I guarantee you that cop has a tiny
We're
cock.
not complying with me. Yes, I am. When I tell you to do something, you fucking do it. I am.
See, that's the kind of guy who goes home, he tells his wife to make dinner, something, and she says, "Fuck off, Jerry." So he has to go to work and do this to people that don't have any power over him.
See, I think you're wrong. I think that's the kind of guy who comes home, and if dinner's not already ready, he punches his wife in the face. That's
no, I promise you, he comes home to an empty house.
Yeah.
She left a long time ago.
Well, maybe that's. Jesus Christ, these are all people who act that aggressively. They're just these little fucking losers who just, I don't know, maybe he was bullied too much in school, so now he's taking it out on everybody else.
I was bullied too much in school. Look what happened to me. I'm not taking it out on anybody.
I know. I have no problem being 100% transparent. If I was a cop, I would be that cop.
What the
fuck? Just a fucking marshmallow trying to fit into his uniform.
Yeah, I would look like a stack of tires with a gun.
A Michelin Man just yelling with a siren.
Start complying. You're not complying.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
Choking people, sitting on him.
I would taser everything all the time.
I would taser everything all the time.
Okay, so Anthony, if you were a cop, are you telling and don't try to play this fucking you care about society and all that bullshit. Don't play that angle. Are you telling me?
Don't ask me a question then before you even ask me. Tell me how to answer, because I care about society. All right.
If you were given and it shouldn't be that kind of power, but that's what it is. The ability to drive around town and pull people over for any reason. Are you telling me it wouldn't go to your head?
Fuck yeah, that'd be awesome. I would love it. I would be beating the shit out of everyone until they beat me. I would. Oh my God, I might not pull my gun because I don't want to kill anybody, but man, I would just drive by out the window and just smack somebody in the back of the head with a fucking baton.
You wouldn't pull out your gun, but you'd have your hand on the holster.
Yes.
Like ready, right? The intimidating pose these fucking limp dicks do with like, ma'am, you know how fast you were going?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Make a move, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'd probably be that cop that said, we can make this all go away as I unzip my pants. You know what I mean?
Unzip my pants and the pants of your toddler, and we'll film it and put it on Facebook.
Be like, you know what? I'll just pay the $65.
Just, yes.
And that's when you fucking tase them.
Right.
You comply with me, God damn it.
You comply.
I'm gonna hold my
I'd be a good cop.
belly up, and you're gonna suck this dick.
Kind of rest my gut on your forehead.
We're gonna play a game where you find the jelly donut. What about you, Kaya? If you so not where you live because you know the Holocaust, but here in America, if you were to become a cop, what would you?
The Holocaust have to do with anything?
Okay, go ahead. So I was going to ask a question, but I don't want Kaya to get fucking arrested midstream because I was going to ask. I think I read somewhere that it's against the law to deny the Holocaust ever happened in Germany. Is that true?
Basically, yeah.
That sucks.
Did you want me to?
No,
no, not at all. I would just. No, it definitely happened. Exactly how they said.
I know, right? Wink, wink.
But that to me it's weird to think that if you were to say, I don't believe that this event happened, that you can get arrested for that. I mean, I guess that's Germany's way for like trying to, whatever.
Germany in general and Europe. Yeah, it's a fucking police state, man. They're really touchy about the Nazis, the Germans. There's this video game. There's a certain video game where Nazis are portrayed in a bad light. It's a video game where you just go around shooting Nazis, killing Nazis, punching Nazis.
Like
it has that one. Yeah. They have to specifically release. They have to release a modified version of that game in Germany, where they remove all the swastikas. It's still Hitler, except Hitler's mustache is missing, so they can get away with saying this isn't actually Hitler. It's embarrassing. It's retarded. But yeah, that's how Germany is. If I was a cop in America, is that your question?
Yeah, because so if you were a cop in Germany, the laws are different there. But if you came here where there's no laws for cops, don't you think that you would abuse that?
I hope not.
You say that, but I mean, I hope not too. But I already told you what I would do.
No, yeah, it sounded like you were looking forward to just shooting jaywalkers.
But I hope not.
I wouldn't be.
Fuck.
I think I'd be using my power for petty shit like running red lights, parking wherever I want. I wouldn't hurt people,
That's
but
gay. Come on.
Kaya,
not shooting black people is gay.
Who said anything about black people? Why are you always gonna bring race into this?
I feel like you're just itchy trigger finger.
I told you I wasn't gonna shoot anybody. I just want to crack some skulls.
Right.
I think Kaya would be that asshole cop that wears the big aviator mirrored glasses.
It's like roll down the mirror, roll down the window.
All right, fucking whatever. We'll go to a different.
Fucking whatever.
Kaya's not going to be honest with us. Oh, fuck. All right.
All right.
Tennessee deputy Tennessee deputy pastor calls for execution of LGBTQ people. Have a trial. This is in quotes. Have a trial for them, and if they are convicted, then they are to be put to death. Detective and Pastor Grayson Fritz said during a sermon. What? I guess I've never thought of that, but you should never have a cop and a pastor be the same person.
Yeah, those are two positions of power you don't want in the same person, especially if they're bad people.
A pastor isn't a position of power, is it?
Absolutely.
Position of authority, people looking up to you, the young kids. Dude, look at the Catholic Church.
Yeah, I mean, they're butt fucking everybody.
Get everybody out of here.
I've never thought about this, though, that I don't want a cop. This is so I just had an experience. I don't want a cop believing in God, and I definitely don't want him being the same person.
What does a cop believing in God have to do with anything?
Because I automatically assume that if you believe in God, you're an idiot, and I don't want an idiot as a cop.
There's so many things that make you an idiot, though. You just pick one, just this one.
That's what the application should be to be a cop. Do you believe in God? No. Hired.
Here's your gun.
Yeah, okay.
What's your feelings about black people? Hired.
Are you religious, Kaya?
No.
All right. I was expecting you to say, yes. I don't know. You just seem like the kind of guy that maybe you were religious when you were younger or something and grew out of it.
The one thing. Nah, I got lucky with my family. God never pushed on me.
Oh, there's nothing quite like the experience of being an altar boy.
Oh, you weren't you?
No, that was a joke.
Oh,
I was insinuating
I heard you talk about that on an earlier episode.
I was in a Catholic youth group for quite some time, but
same thing. Okay,
I never got
get molested.
By the pastor.
Okay, how old were you?
I think it started when I was roughly 14. Pretty much all through the first 3 years of high school.
Yeah, if you would have got in when you were younger, they would have got their hooks in you.
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried, but they wouldn't take you or what? You're too young for God.
But fuck me for Jesus.
Oh my God.
All right. Knox County Sheriff's Deputy Grayson Fritz is no longer on active duty. On Wednesday, video surfaced of a hate-filled sermon he gave to his congregation on June 2nd at All Scripture Baptist Church in Knoxville that called for the execution of anyone found to be LGBTQ. Now I've got to.
I'm okay with that.
Which part of it?
I don't remember. What'd you say?
Cops hitting people. He's in favor.
I mean, why should he lose his? Okay. This is kind of I'm not sure how I feel about this, but why should you lose your job because you don't like gay people? I mean, what does your job have to do with liking gay people?
It wasn't just not liking gay people. He was arguing the government should round them up and execute them.
Yeah, you're allowed to argue that. It's okay.
Yes, but the problem is he's a cop. He is the government. He's basically arguing, I should be allowed to go around and shoot gays in the head.
He is not arguing that.
He is.
No.
I mean, if you offered him that power, he would not turn it down.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. Just because if you offer somebody power, if you offered me that power, I said I want to crack some skulls. Does that preclude me from being a cop?
Yeah, but you're not discriminatory. You want to just crack some skulls, it sounds like, not just because they're gay and black. Or maybe you do.
I figure you get extra points that way, but I mean, is that wrong? Damn, that was kind of racist. I'm sick of sodomy getting crammed down our throats. That's a hilarious quote.
My wife sent me an article last night about Taylor Swift. You know who Taylor Swift is? She's some pop singer, okay? About her petitioning the Tennessee legislature to try to get this anti-LGBTQ discrimination bill passed where it'd be illegal for you to discriminate them. It's infecting our nation, people. Culture's changed. The Bible is not outdated, okay? The federal government, the police, or what have you, should enforce Leviticus 20:13. That is the purpose.
I'm out. I changed my mind.
No, what happens?
Sermon is to show you that. Those were the laws that civil government would enforce, just like we have laws now. Murder, rape, kidnapping, adultery. They were punishable by death. You get Christians that say, well, I think homosexuality is a sin, but I don't think it should be punished, by the government. Well, guess what? You're so hardcore. It's a sin, really? It is a sin, and it was punished by civil government. You understand that?
Has he said anything that you don't agree with yet? I mean, other than the fact that the Bible and all that, but there's...
Yeah, Anthony.
Has he said anything that I don't agree with? Or what do you mean? He hasn't really said anything other than he's just stating facts that it used to be this way or whatever. Well, other than the fact that he said the cops and the government should be able to punish you, or I don't agree with that. That's where he lost me. The cops. He said something about the cops being able to punish people.
But so with him being the cops of this community, right? So he's the cop and the pastor. So that's like me standing in front of you, the people listening, and saying, podcast hosts should be able to. I can't say that. Back up.
Oh, what happens? You censoring yourself?
Yeah. See?
Why?
Yep.
We ain't gonna sell mattresses that way.
All right, let's just carry on.
I'll surely be put to death. Okay, just kind of driving it home that the death penalty for someone being a homosexual. Christ redeemed us from the law.
Oh,
Bestiality is good.
Right.
I
You
agree
are
with that.
saying the same thing when you say that Leviticus 20:13 should just be abolished. Just because you want it to. Because you like watching Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. Because you like watching all the Disney movies. Because you like watching all of these freaks on TV. You understand me? And you
I promise you, this guy has. He's gay. I know that he's gay.
Yeah, he has to be 100%.
Nobody has this attitude of that we need to kill gay people unless they are closetly either he's fucking somebody already or somebody at the office turned him down. Some deputy wouldn't suck his dick or whatever.
I don't think it's possible to hate anybody more than you hate yourself, right? So you can't hate somebody else this much. This guy is a homo.
I think you could, but he sounds very flamboyant, right? I don't want to see these freaks on TV. He does. He's just, I don't know. Well, how long is that fucking video?
It goes on for another.
Jeez, fuck that. No, I don't want to listen to this guy for 6 minutes. Fuck that asshole. I just don't like how they take people like this as an example, as if this like.
Hey, this is my show,
like
fucker.
This.
I mean, our show.
Not
Anthony.
you, dum dum. I mean, like these news articles and the people filming as if this was somehow a representation of the larger swaths of the South or something. These guys are the minority, right?
No. I think there is a
huge. We are in Pride Month, where every multinational billion-dollar company is changing their logos to the Pride flag. You can't give a gay person so much as a stink-eyed look without losing your job. It's not as if.
You ever been to the South?
A queer guy, yeah. But it's not as if this is some rampant problem with the homophobia in America.
Yep. You ever been to the American South?
No.
You should visit sometime, and then maybe you'd change your mind.
Anthony, what the fuck are you
I never been either. I just wanted to say something against what you were saying. I don't I just want to take the opposite side of what you guys are saying. I don't know. Yeah, fuck this guy. My first instinct is people shouldn't lose their jobs for what they say. But the second that I say that, the other side of my brain says, "Are you fucking retarded? This guy's a cop and he wants to kill fucking gay people. That's not okay. He shouldn't be a cop, right?"
Yeah, but this is the extreme. This is one of the very few cases where somebody actually should lose their job for being an asshole. But they take this and they apply to shit like a baker didn't want to make you a gay cake. It's not the same thing.
Okay, so here's what I think. I think that this guy, and this is kind of like it's iffy, but this guy should lose one of his jobs. He should lose his cop job.
Cop job.
Yeah.
So as a pastor, his job is to interpret the Bible and then speak that to the congregation. Mm-hmm. And that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
As a cop, his job is to enforce the laws of the land.
Yes.
Okay. The two shouldn't coexist. And if he's trying to enforce the Bible law, the biblical laws, as the civil laws, that's the problem. That's why he should be fired, not because of what he said, but because of what he's trying to enforce, which is not his job.
Right. It's impossible for him to do his job as a police officer impartially.
He doesn't want a separation of church and state. I agree.
So
I don't think he wants a separation of buttholes and dicks. He's just trying to.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I assume that if you caught this motherfucker in his bedroom, you couldn't crowbar him away from his boyfriend's dick. But again, don't give sermons like
good
this.
Head.
He'd rape your dick with his face. He'd just be all over it.
Can I ask you? Can I? All right, we're moving on.
I was gonna move out, man. I'm ready to be done.
All right, I gotta ask you a question first. But this is all completely off the topic. When you called Carl at work and he actually answered, was he upset about that?
No, he has a good sense of humor. That's one of the reasons I love Carl. I called him. I did the first. Did you hear the call, Doug?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you only heard the first half, right? Where he just hangs up.
Yeah. That's all I heard.
Right. So first of all, kudos. That made me laugh like a motherfucker and everybody in the chat when I was just trying to be scary and just hangs up like, nah. I left out the second part because it wasn't as funny. I didn't want people to get the idea that Carl is exceptionally easy to dox and find out his real name and where he works, which it is. The idiot has his license plate on his Instagram. For God's sake, he's such a fucking idiot.
Okay, look what you just did.
Yeah, why would you do that?
I know, but there's only 100 people here. It's fine. So I called back.
Fine.
I left a threatening voicemail this time. They just screened my call, I think. Next day, Carl messages me on Twitter, privately messages me, says, "Hey, buddy, if you could please not leave me threatening voicemails at work, I'd really appreciate it. My partners thought I was in real danger." And I said, "I'm sorry." And he said, "It's cool. It was kind of funny. LOL." So he has a good sense of humor. One of the reasons I like him.
That was my point. I didn't know how he took it. I mean, I'd never talked to him, so I didn't know how he actually is in real life.
He took it well.
Because I thought it was funny.
I guess it didn't. Well, yeah,
his secretary didn't.
All right. So what was the payoff for that? Just to make you laugh? Is that the only reason? Like, were you just drunk or were you sober?
No, I was drunk, but we were in a live chat, so it was a bunch of people laughing along with me. It was funny for us.
There you go.
But so at the time, you didn't realize that anybody else was going to hear the call, right? You weren't purposely trying to make his career or his work life hard. You were just doing it because you thought it would be just Carl.
No, I thought, yeah. I mean, I thought he would immediately see through it, first of all. I was going to do a bunch of OP memes before he just hung up on me. Right, a bunch of jokes, but he didn't even give me the chance. He just fucked you and hung up.
Yeah. What? How did it go? Something like, "Do you feel bad?" Nope. Click.
Yeah, that was fucking great. I mean, that was a great punchline on his half.
Yeah.
Right. So
I think it was good. He didn't give you the fucking time of day.
Well, I had a good time. Thank you for coming on.
Too. Thank you for having me.
I think we are going to have you on every Thursday on our Patreon. We'll just tell you.
Just go with it. Just go with it. Even if you're not there, just go with it.
Sure. If you want to see a video of me shirtless tasing people, go to patreon.com/who's right.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
And then
do that.
I think you'll like jerk off on a poster for $5 or something too. Kai is our little cam boy.
Awesome.
I'll jerk off on that printout in your background there.
No, you won't.
Pay good money for this. No, you won't.
All right. You guys done?
Yeah.
Done.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.